I started recording.
And
Is that okay?
yeah, sure.
Okay. I can introduce you
Okay.
how?
Yeah, you just express your all your feelings since we are friends for a long time.
So I'm looking at your post from January 2nd this year in Dubai. You're there in the swimming pool overlooking the city, I guess.
Yeah.
And the words say, looking towards achieving new horizons in 2022.
Something wrong with my spelling?
No, nothing's wrong with any part of it. So I'm wondering if you could tell me about that picture, something, where you were, what you might have been thinking about at that time. Yeah, what would your new horizons have been, if you don't mind saying something about that?
Yeah, sure. Shall I go deep enough in this topic? Or?
Yeah, as far as you want.
Yeah, okay. So actually, it was not taken on 2nd of Jan, but it was on 30th of or 29th of December. Still, I mean, two days different. You know how you manage the social medias.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before the war started, obviously, I'm always putting the highest goals to myself, and since the war have started in 2014, it was not the easy period for me and for my family, and not easy period with everything, with the war, with my family who is still in Donetsk, with my Dubai business, with coming back to Ukraine, starting everything from scratch, and I was planning to grow up, day after day, developing my business, developing my plans, sketching new opportunities every time. That's why the next year, which was planned before the new year, obviously I've had completely different mindset and completely different plans in comparison to what I'm having now. I was planning to increase my business. I was planning to launch more businesses. I was planning to stay more with my kids, to spend with them more time, travel. I plan to go to US, to some other part of the world, but everything was broken on 24th of February.
The question is, what's the funniest prank you've pulled?
Okay, I can just tell you the most recent one. It was at my home with my friends, and I just made some loud noise, like kind of I dropped something heavy, and then just in 1 second I turned on YouTube with the video called "Broken Screen." And just after 1 second, my friend, turned towards me and realized that the TV is broken. And then after just a few minutes, he realized that I just turned back the other TV channel or YouTube, something like this. So that's the most recent one. That's what I remember.
Can you say something about February 24th? Where were you that day? How did that all start for you? Where did you wake up and where did you go from there?
A few days before, we were all thinking whether the war is going to start or not. And till the last day, I was thinking and hopeful that the war will not start. And when we woke up at 5 o'clock on 24th of February, and we just we've just heard a few explosions, and it was a bit loud, even with the closed windows, because it was like cold enough outside, so windows were closed, and completely. And then we've heard these explosions when missiles started attacking the city. And then we just opened our community Facebook group, and then we've just read that these explosions and missiles attacks are all over the Ukraine. And then just right away, I've realized that we have to do something very quickly, take the decision of what to do, where to go, how to escape. And unfortunately, at that time, I didn't have my car with me. It was the workshop for them 6 months. And I just called to my friend. I woke him up and said that the war started. Can you give me a car? And then right after maybe 30 minutes, it's a bit hard to say about it. And then he came to pick me up. I think it was around 6 o'clock. Already, most of the roads were already too busy. Already there was a big traffic near near every petrol station. Then we went outside of the city, and he gave me one of his cars, which was there at just some place like car market. It was on sale, so he just gave me that car. It was Mercedes B200, and then we hardly. It was hard to manage some petrol, but we've done it. Filled the full tank, and then by the time I came home, my family was already prepared for leaving. And then I met one guy. He's a friend of mine, and he was actually he is the son of ex-governor of Donetsk region. And he said to me, like, see, it's already been clear that I don't want to go into some exact words, but he said that it should not take much time, whatever the result will be, but just think how you will manage all the roads between the cities that you are carrying on 2 kids with you, and that it might be dangerous to take them out right away. And then I thought about it more and more, and then I realized that okay, maybe we can put it on hold and just wait and see how it will how the situation would go. And then it became worse and worse. Missiles attacked all the cities. The next night we've spent mostly in the basement of our building, and just the next day on 25th we decided that we would better go out somewhere towards the west side of Ukraine. And then we've started with Anton. He was here with his girlfriend, and then we went with 2 cars, trying to manage to go through some villages and small cities, because the main roads were already full of cars. There was big traffic, and it was impossible to come out through that roads because everyone started moving out. And then I think it took us 8 or 9 hours to reach to some safe place in Vinnytsia. And there, the next night, we also stayed mostly in don't remember how to say it in English. I mean, when you are just hiding from bombs, from air.
Bomb shelter.
Yeah, bomb shelter. Sorry. Yeah. So the whole next night we've spent over there. Yeah. So that's how my first 2 days of war have been spent.
No, we've known each other for a long time. Back to London school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that is like 2000 and I don't know, 8 or maybe 7 or something like that.
Yeah, maybe yeah, 8 or 7, not more than that, at least.
And I mean, you were young then, not that you're old now. And if you are old, then I'm a lot older. So, but I mean, at that time, what were you, 19, 20, 21, 22? I mean, everybody, you were university age, college age.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. And so like you were in a class learning English at London school. Anyway, you guys were all young. You had a big very social group of friends that sometimes I got to be part of. 13th of September, 2021. It's a great picture.
Mm-hmm.
Famous building in the background. Have you been up that building? Inside that building?
Yeah, I've been there a few times.
Is there an observation deck there?
Yeah. There are two, which are one for some normal people, another one you just pay like $50 more and go upper for 20 floors.
Did you go the normal people route or the $50 higher route?
No, I went for normal people because when you are already at 500 meters height, there is no difference actually in the view.
The text for this picture says promoting Ukrainian business all over the world. There's a smiley face with some cool sunglasses, and it says doc.ua. So
yeah, it's about my mask which I'm wearing, and it's related to the biggest Ukrainian medical hub who is doing online medicine, online consultation, and where you can book any doctor you want in Ukraine. And actually it's presented in 7 countries more. I don't remember exactly all the countries, but I think it's in Georgia, Moldova, and in Europe also. And these guys, they were already establishing themselves in UAE as well.
How did you make the decision? How was the decision made that Yuna would go, that your wife would go to Slovakia? That's a hard decision, and everybody makes it in a different way. People stay together and some people decide to separate. How did you make that decision?
Yeah, so she were not up to leave without me, and it was like hard to discuss it even, because she was not she was not even thinking without how to stay there without me and with 2 kids, and so it was not easy decision. But when we, after Vinnytsia, we went to Lviv, and in Lviv we stayed for 2 or 3 days more. And luckily, I'm not sure whether this word is suitable to use this time, but luckily the owner of the apartment which hosted us, he said that I'm going to take my family out or no matter what, and as long as we were staying together. And then I said to my wife that you are going with them. Yeah, and then we just took them and brought to the border, and that's it. So because of my friend, my friend who has also hosted us, he was quite strict to his family, and I said that, see, that's the only way, because without this push, maybe it would be much harder to convince her, because again she was heading towards nowhere, and luckily I managed this shelter at my apartments at my partner's home, to make them feeling safe, and just stay there for the time being.
What about your son? Can we talk about your son's picture on here?
Yeah, sure. When my son is asking me to, like, buy me this, buy me that, so I was trying to help him to get some financial education, how to make money and from where money comes. So I just proposed him to do some small job to make some lemonade and to sell it. And then it's very important, when he has got this money, then I told him that you can go now to buy something you want, and you will feel that you've earned this money yourself, just to to put the seed of this business mindset into him. And he was also happy getting attention from the other kids who were coming to him and saying, like, give me this, give me that.
That looks like that might have happened that was in Kyiv. That wasn't Dubai at all. I can see he's got Ukrainian hryvnia in his hand. Ukrainian money. Yeah. You also, there's a text there. The text is in Russian, and it explains the kinds of results that he had from the day.
All the numbers are correct, and then you can see that he investing some small money into idea, he got some incredible results in terms of his profitability of his startup.
It says that he something about futures contracts, maybe.
Yeah. When people were asking him, like, will you be there tomorrow, and will you bring us more honey? then he promised to fulfill this RFQ.
Have you had any thoughts about bringing her back now?
As of now, I don't think I'm ready. Obviously, I'm thinking about it every day. But despite people are coming back to Kyiv, still like 1 or 2 or 3 times per day, we are getting these notifications about a raid alarm. That's why we are still not sure that Kyiv is safe enough to bring them back. And again, I'm even not sure about how to survive here further. But still, I'm proud of my country, and when during the first days there were some thoughts how to unite with the family, but now after this 2-3 months, I'm completely sure that I have to rebuild my country with all the people who've been here since the first day, and I'm trying to help people in need these hard times. So, but for my family, I'm not ready yet to bring them back unless it's all clear that there are some conclusion, or or it's safe enough, at least without the raid alarms.
how long were you out of Kyiv, and how did you decide to come back?
I've been out for maybe 1.5 months. I'm not sure. I came back here on 4th or 5th of April. And before that, I was in multiple cities, and we've united with my friends, and we were also doing some stuff to help people to send and to load and load and find some humanitarian support for some particular cities in Kyiv region and in some eastern parts. So everyone was helping anyone as much as he could. And now when we are back to Kyiv, we are even more involved, and we've created our own charity fund. The name is United Ukraine. So now currently we are focusing on some few programs, mostly for kids who were supposed to leave their homes with their families, and those kids who still want to do some sports, and who is not losing the hope to how to become a sportsman and athlete in future. So we are helping them with some equipment. Now we are collecting donations for giving them a chance to continue their studying. So we are going to accept and collect donations for some tablets and laptops for them, not to interrupt their learning process for school mostly. So that's the second area where we are now being very active. And the third one, you can say, it's like general help. So we are providing some food to some people in need in Ukraine with a few partners restaurants. Yeah, and we are going to expand more programs, but just day after day we are touching the ground in this charity, because it's a bit new activity for each of us. So we are trying our best to expand more and more. So whoever is watching this video, you can donate on United Ukraine funds. It's not a advertisement, but like I can just say that whatever we are doing, we are addressing it to the right people who really need it.
Okay, you've got some posts on Facebook about this. So several kids, looks like they're getting the sports equipment that you mentioned.
Yeah, correct. There are just a few pictures of them who has received like addressed parcels with this equipment.
Right.
Because most of kids who are playing in some football teams, they are all been spreaded away from each other, and just to as a kind of psychological help for them to focus more on something good, on some sports, and to take them away from this bad news. So we've launched this program to support them.
Right. It looks like here on Facebook, you've also got a couple jerseys. I don't, yeah, you want to explain what that's about?
Yeah, that jersey is actually, it was another opportunity to involve some Ukrainian football stars to get the attention for the problem which we have for those kids in need. And those T-shirts were originally given from those Ukrainian national football team stars who always supported people in need also, and who also suffered with their families from the cities like Kherson And another one guy, he was born also in Donetsk region. His name is Taras Stepanenko, and Alexander Karvaev he's from Kherson. So both of them, they know the pulse of the suffering, which people feel these days.
Was there an auction for these jerseys? Were they sold?
Yeah, there was some auction. Yeah, we have already sent this both of the t-shirts for people who want it.
Anyways, I don't know how to introduce, but there's
So now it's my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are friends for a long time, and since I've been taught by you in London School of English, and we became friends, and we've invited you to participate in our casual gatherings for our closest friends, and then I brought my wife to school, and then we expanded our relations. Then we also thought to expand our relations more. And then I remember just a few years back, I realized whose was your New Year's costume for Michael Scofield. Just a few years back, I realized what was serious about. Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, what was that again? My New Year's costume for what?
Yeah, it was from this prison break.
You're talking about when I dressed up as Bruce Willis?
No, I think you were as this Michael Scofield from the
Prison Break.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Come on. What else? What I can say else? So really, what's the funny thing about this war? That since the first day, now myself and my friends and all the people are getting used to it, and that's the bad thing, I believe, because Ukrainian people do not deserve getting used to the war. And it's for the second time, when the Donetsk and Lugansk were isolated, and now the whole country united against the enemy. And this day, I'm feeling completely different to this war in comparison to the first day, because I'm getting used to it. I understand that these conditions will not end tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. From one hand, it's good that I'm out of emotions, and I'm thinking how to continue our lives, and how to survive, how to adjust ourselves to the situation. But from the other hand, I don't think the things should develop this way. So we all hope that soon we will win this war and bring back all our territories, because we are on our own land. We are fighting for our own land, and the whole country is united. There is no more, and actually there was no. It was not like somebody was complaining against languages. It was all like some very particular people who just want to express their opinion, and this opinion could be treated in some different way. But now we are all united as one, the whole country, and there is no way to make us slaves. yeah, it feels sad when you are really feeling that what you can do against some missiles which are coming towards you, and how you can help these missiles to to stop hitting kids and their homes and families. But still, every word and every small action, every donation, every post on social media, every attraction of some attention and demonstrations and everything, it's like a puzzle which has united the whole world against the problem which Russia brought to us. Actually, it's not a problem, it's a war. It's a real war. So if you are thinking this way, then it becomes easier, because still you can do something even remotely, and everyone who is supporting Ukraine with anything, it's better than nothing. And still, maybe it's a small injection for our further victory, but still still everyone needs to do this.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Colin, thank you very much for your time, and let's stay in touch.
Yeah.
Slava Ukraini.
Slava Ukraini.